that tomorrow isn't here right now, baby. An absent mind came to roam around, captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge, I'm ready to go. See it clear when the shadows are lit, I'm ready to go.
So you have sent some questions to us, and now we are answering to those.
A little bit anxious. We have not read the questions.
So it's really using our first expressions and fights and whatever comes. So I hope
Hopefully
the questions...
not fights. Okay.
Yeah.
Start
Anyway,
the question.
My heart is pumping really. That's what people...
That's what I mean with anxious.
How long we have been together and what we have done in our first dates. Our first dates.
How long? Okay, let's go step by step. How long we are together?
3.5 years.
A little bit more than 3.5 years now.
This summer it will be 4 years.
Yeah, this summer 4 years
we
in June.
We have been kind of together since we met. More or less.
Yeah, more or less, not long after at least, because there was not much dating time in between, I would say.
No. Okay. Yeah, we kind of been together since we met.
Yeah. So
Long story short, we've been together since we met. How we met?
That's
traveling around the world and came to Pori.
Yeah, the plan was to travel around the world more or less. So actually, I came not more far than 2 countries at the end. Stockholm, taking the ferry to Turku, and then being in 4 Finnish cities. So that was not really a around the world trip. It was not even a Scandinavia trip. It was maybe a southwest Finland trip or something. But yeah, it ended up like this, that I met Josefina there in Pori while the chess festival in 2015. Yeah, I'm really happy that it happened like this. I don't need a around the world trip. I'm okay like this. I'm really good like this. Not I'm okay like this. I'm really good like this. Don't nail me on the wall because of my words.
Yeah, so we were on the Yacht Street and there we met. And we were in the same bar, and then Dom came asked from me that do I want something to drink? And I told you that I don't drink alcohol and I don't like any lemonades. So he brought me a water. What do you thought, what do you thought about me when you saw me?
The first thing what I thought about you when I saw you.
Yeah.
I think I was a little bit flashed how pretty you were. I just remember I thought, whoa, that's a pretty girl. There in this bar. And I remember just that you laughed at me when you passed me by.
I was smiling to you, I wasn't laughing.
Yeah, not laughing at you. Maybe you were laughing at me. I was like,
no, I was smiling
this weird guy is all the time looking at me.
No.
No, you were smiling at me. That's true, not laughing. Laughing is the wrong word. You were smiling at me, and when you passed by, I took my chance.
To ask if I had something to drink.
To get you drunk. There times.
With water.
With water.
Yeah. Yeah, my first impression of you, what I thought. I definitely thought that he was crazy handsome. I mean, it was summer and yeah, he was just really good looking and he was really good looking. And that's why I smiled.
I was good looking.
No, but I have to speak like, for sure you're still bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my first impression, and that's why I smiled to him when I realized that he was looking at me. I smiled back to him, and that's why I also let him to buy me a water. And I thought that he must be really, really extrovert, because he came really self-confident to just talk to me. And I thought that he's just this party guy who talks with everybody and is extremely extroverted guy.
Nearly.
He's definitely not the extrovert of us.
No, I'm not extrovert. Not really.
How fast we married? We met on July and we get married the next January. But then we had our wedding party the next summer.
Yeah, so we got married in Magistrati, in front of the law.
Yeah, in front of the law. We get married in January, and then we had a wedding party.
We have had the wedding party and more or less church or wedding we have had in Austria. Then the next summer in August. So
we
now
knew each other a half year before we get married. Do we have problems with communications because of our language? Sometimes.
Yeah, I would say for sure English is not our mother tongue. I have the feeling in German there is sometimes more straight ways to say something what you cannot even say like this in English. But though you don't know how it's really said in English, you say it more or less like in German, and it could feel really, really hard, or it come a really, really harsh way. Yeah, there is sometimes communication problem, sometimes that we understand or interpret the sentences what the other one says different.
But are they? I don't think that they are really because of the language. I think they are more because we are two different persons, and I think it's just that people you interpret something differently, and you can feel that the other one wanted to say that me way, even the other one didn't. I think it's just that sometimes we just understand each other not right, but I don't know if it's because of the language or...
But for sure, I think we have really different backgrounds also. We have got raised different ways. We are used to do things different ways. And through this sometimes, for sure, we have their struggles to understand each other right, like we mean it. So I'm a really straight person. I'm quite harsh with saying things. I think I have get better in this, but still sometimes I'm really straight, and that can feel really uncomfortable or really bad for some people. And
I'm really sensitive.
Yeah.
So good combination. So I also feel really sensitive with these things, that when Dom says something really hard, it can feel really bad to me. Even Dom didn't mean it bad way, but it just that I feel really easily all emotions. I get easily happy, but I also can get really easily sad. But I think there is many reasons, and the biggest is probably just that we are two different persons. So then culture difference.
Next question, culture difference.
Culture difference of Austria and Finland.
What do you say to this?
You don't put babies to sleep outside when it's minus 30 degrees, and we put the babies in strollers and put them outside to sleep when it's winter. I mean
that was a situation what was a little bit of shock maybe for me, because in Austria probably when you do this and the neighbor sees that you do this, that you let the baby just outside when it's cold in a stroller, even you have put enough clothes and everything. I really understand this nowadays, but there are times when I saw this the first time or heard it the first time, it was like, okay, the neighbor will call the police and they will take the baby away. That's the way how it probably happens in Austria when you do something like this. So,
and I remember he said to me, because I said, but baby sleeps really good outside, and he said to me, yeah, maybe they sleep forever. But he was really shocked. But definitely compare example to your village where you come from Alps. There people are really, they look really happy, and they are greeting always to other ones. Dom came to Finland and he started to say hi to everybody here. People think you're crazy. You know, you can't just go around there in the city and say to everybody, hi. That was really. I was really wondering that.
I maybe have not done it directly in the city. I was not running
there
through
in
the city,
neighborhood
but in the
to
neighborhood to
everybody.
the apartment what we have had.
And we were
I thought
living
I'm
in
nice
blocks. There was
because
a lot of blocks, so it was not that we have a small neighborhood
they're
there.
still your neighbors.
But there was like really much of those, and he said
They're
to
much
everybody,
neighbors.
even we were quite far away from home, he just say hi to everybody, and that was something really weird to me. But kind of when I went to first time to Austria, I love that thing. I think it's just great. I think it's awesome to say hi to everybody. I think that's really great. I think that there is not big culture differences. They are quite the same.
No.
But like small things like this.
No, we drive on the streets same crazy than Finns do.
You don't have school food. We have school food.
Yeah, that's a difference, but that you have to go just to Sweden or Norway, then you have already this difference. So that's just a special thing what Finland have. What is a really good thing?
What we are fighting about.
What we are fighting about.
What we are usually fighting about.
Do you want to start or I should start?
You can start.
Actually, we have quite the same imagination as example how to raise the kids and all these things. Somehow the way how we do this or how we go to it is different, and I think that's one point where maybe I'm a little bit more strict in things. You are a little bit more, how should I say, more flexible with this, and you would do it a little bit more loving way, what I think really often is probably the better one. But
thank you. I think you use much more energy to this, that you are with all things really strict. I pick my battles. I like I don't have energy to fight because of all things.
I also not.
But you can do it still. I just, we have 3 kids.
I have to. My head is forcing me to.
I think it's just necessary that we pick our battles when we be with them.
Absolutely.
That sometimes I see that that's not something what they should do, but when it's nothing what is dangerous to them, or nothing what is really bad to them, or nothing what makes really bad habits, or like when there is nothing really bad, then I can close a little bit my eyes and not see it. So, and the other thing what we are, I think, sometimes fighting about is expectations. So when we don't speak before what expectations we have, example for our day offs. Example, now we were once planning it, we go to forest, and then we start to speak about it that last time, Dom said it because last time we were just really shortly there, so it would be nicer to be this time longer. And I said that we were there 3.5 hours, like I think that was already quite long.
I expected more or less it was the afternoon to be the rest of the day there, and for you the 3.5 hours were already long.
So I think we really have to speak, not just to use the words, should we be there longer, should we be there few hours, or should we be there just a little bit. We really have to use words. Whole day, 3 hours, 6 hours. What do we expect?
Yeah, we have to define it a little bit more in our cases, because I think we are both quite sensitive with the things what we expect. We have expectations, and when we don't hit the expectations, then there's mostly that we get then grumpy to each other, or that we are starting to fight with each other or something like this.
So for sure there are situations where the things definitely don't go like we expected, but when it's example that there comes something what we didn't know, or the kids don't want, or it's something like what is not our decisions, that's different. There we usually don't start a fight. But when it's that the other one decides something what was against of your own expectations,
plan or the plans.
Yeah, against the plan. I think that's a place where we really easily crash a little bit. Can I use
when you have the feeling that the other one is changing the plan.
Yeah.
What we agreed before on.
Yeah. To our tips how we can avoid these fights, because that's the next question. That how we can avoid the fights. I think one of the biggest thing is that speak about the expectations. What we expect for next week, what we expect for working time, what we expect, how much is family time, what we expect of the family time, what we expect of our holidays. like that we know we're on the same level, that what are our expectations and what we want to do, with whom we want to do,
Yes.
to where we want to go, and
You just to really honestly, really openly speak about this, because that's important. And when you have the conversation there, to not then say, oh, but I'm fine, and actually inside you think, no, I'm not, I would like to have it like this. You have to be honest, because when you are then on this conversation and you don't open your mouth and you don't say what you want, then it don't helps at all. So then you are on the same point again.
should we then, there's just short question. So yeah,
That's a Josefina thing.
there.
Should we a little bit more? Can we do this picture still? Can we there still?
And there
can
he
we
gets
can we
annoyed
this?
to it,
That's
you
something
see?
what I absolutely cannot do, because that's not in the plan. And there,
So okay, we will answer to the next questions in
there will come more.
because there were so many questions and now we don't have enough time anymore.
Thank you for watching this video.
Remember
And-
to subscribe and comment and push the thumb up
Yeah.
if you like this, that we can do more.
Helps us really much. Helps us to do more of these things. I hope we see you then in the next video again. See you. Bye.
Bye.